How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the work week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions. Well, you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. You heard the rumor going around about butter? Never mind. I shouldn't spread it. Not too bad. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN. I ended up having a green day inside of the market. And what did I tell you guys yesterday in regards to seeing big money shift? A lot of money went into the biotech sector. And of course, OCGN benefited from this, but I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and what move are we looking forward to seeing from OCGN going into tomorrow, giving you guys the best case scenario as well as the worst case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent short interest information. Does it continue to have short squeeze potential? We're going to find out. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on shares today. This is how we find out and why it has an impact on the overall stock price. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $7.59, being up 4.40%. On the low, it tested $7.26, and then on the high, testing $7.76. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 7.095 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 7.376 million shares. So not too far off in regards to a difference. Yes, it was below average, but we still ended up seeing some strength today with all of the big money flowing into biotech. The chart we're using is the 1-year daily chart. When we take a look at the RSI down below, it is at 53.31. And when we take a look at our moving averages, we are above the 200-day. We are also below the 100-day, but yes, we have strength above the 21-day EMA since we closed at 7.59 and it's at $7.43. So one of the things we want to pay attention to is the area of resistance we had today was at $7.76. So what I want to see going into tomorrow is being able to get past this area, and I want to see that strong move so we can come back to retest $7.98 and as well as $7.95. These were areas of resistance, and if we're able to get past that, then of course I'm looking forward to seeing us come here to the 100-day around $8.04 and make a move from there. If we do decide to pull back, of course I'm going to be looking forward to seeing some strength at that $7.26 level where we tested as support for today, and we could see in the past this has been a proven area of support as well. If it pulled back even further, then of course I'd want to see $7.13 hold. So let's see $8 come in tomorrow for OCGN. I'm going to be excited about it, even if we don't get it. I told you guys where I want to see OCGN stay above, and for the most part, it is the 21-day EMA. But things are definitely looking good because, as you can see, we tested some support here right at 683, and then look where we are now, holding it down right here at $7.25. So hey, let's see increasing levels of support and that move to the upside. So we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So as we scroll down on the page, short shares availability is at 1.2 million, updated 7 minutes ago. And then for the short ball fee rate, it is at 3.93%, updated 7 minutes ago as well. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 26th, it was at 48.24. The close for the 27th, it's at 45.85. And now we see the close for the 30th, which was yesterday, being as high as 61.62. This is almost 3 times the amount that we look for plays that have short squeeze potential, which is around 21% for the short volume ratio. So what this means, OCGN has a ton of short squeeze potential, but also as far as for the overall market sentiment, they're saying, hey, the price of this stock needs to come down, and it's part of the reasons why there's also a lot of volatility inside of this play, and I make sure that you guys are also aware of that. But do keep that in mind. So hey, let's continue to see how things go through as far as catalysts, as far as the update from who, and then yeah, we'll just have to, continue to be patient, but that is crazy just seeing that overall short interest. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflow, it's at 10,074, and then on the outflow, it was 10,053. So we ended up having an inflow day. We had 0 on the large for both. On the medium, on the inflow side, it was 5,917, and on the small, it was 4,157. On the outflow side on the medium, it was 5,584, and then on the small we had 4,470. When taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see we have zeros for today, which was the 31st. We also had 0 on the 30th, as well as the 27th and the 25th, and the outflow day, which we covered on the 26th as well. So one thing that we could see very clearly here, and as far as the updates that we have gotten, as far as who is concerned, we're not going to be getting an update maybe until the second week of September. So as far as the pullback that we ended up seeing inside the stock from yesterday, many were able to actually take advantage of this and load up on some shares, and we could see this from the small and as well as on the medium scale orders. Institutions did not get involved because they didn't do any large scale orders. There is a possibility they could have taken small and as well as medium orders, so that's just one thing to also be aware of. But I'm not too surprised about this because like I was saying before, as soon as when we have money coming back into the small medium cap stocks as well as biotech, then we can see OCGN starting to make a move, and that's exactly what we saw. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, it was great having a green day, but one of the things I want you to understand is market direction. There was a lot of money that was flowing into biotech. I have a watch list and it shows me everything that I need to know. I even have the ETF for biotech, which is called XBI, and almost all of the stocks on my watch list were green, so I automatically knew OCGN should look like that it's going to be having a solid day, and it did exactly that. We also saw Moderna that also had some momentum, but Pfizer pulled back. But keep in mind, when money was coming out of that sector, they were green due to the fact that, they got their recommendation from the CDC. So these trends are what I want you guys to be aware of, because again, if you have money flowing into a particular sector and you have a stock that trades in that sector, you want to keep an eye on it. You want to see how well it performs when money's coming in. This is so key, and I'm just hoping that you guys take advantage of this. I'll probably put up the watch list somewhere on the screen where you can see that very quickly in regards to what I use. When we went on Fintel now, taking a look at the short interest information, short volume ratio above 60%. We tend to look for 21% or higher, so it's almost tripled that. So what that tells us, there's a lot of negative market sentiment for OCGN, and I'm not too surprised about that because you can see there's also a lot of FUD out there in the media saying, well, you know what, this play is terrible, it's no good, and so on. So this is where it's very important that you have high conviction. You want to make sure you're doing your homework, you're doing your due diligence. What are some things you're looking out for as far as for your short term, your medium term, or even your long term goals? The more you know about this, the more confident you can be with your position and not get faked out or end up being swayed by the media or whatever's out there or anybody on a message board or even me myself. You'll be able to actually take this into your own hands and say, well, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to see this plan all the way through and I'm going to see what happens. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this play. I have not sold any of my shares whatsoever as of yet. You already know I am waiting on that who, and hey, we'll see what ends up happening, and I already know the risks that are involved with that, and I'm cool with that. So when you're investing, don't have any immediate need for that money, all right? You shouldn't be putting your rent money in there. It shouldn't be, hey, you know what, I'm trying to have some money for Christmas. Like, I get some messages, and I swear some of you guys kill me. Like I said, the money that you use, hey, that's your money to play with. That's your disposable income. You see what happens, you see it through, and so on. But again, I want to make sure I really emphasize that. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.